In this video, I'm going to cover the 4 worst marketing strategies I've ever personally used or seen online. And at the end, I'm going to give you 2 of the best ways to market your music. As I go through these, let me know which ones you've fallen prone to or which ones you almost did, but then maybe you watched this video or saw something and it stopped you from doing it. My name's Chris, also known as the artist Manafest. I have about 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, over 130 plus million streams. And let's spark off with number 1 here, okay? And that's spamming other people's pages with your link. I see this all the time on my own ads. I see artists just posting their links. I see it on social media. I see the DMs, and they're just commenting and thinking that that's going to grow their fan base. And a lot of times the link isn't even clickable. So you're posting your link, but it's just like I'm not even seeing it. So if you're going to post, first of all, just put your artist name in the song and look it up. Like I can't even click on a link, right? I think maybe on Facebook or maybe on YouTube, you can click on the link. But again, nobody's going to click on spam. All right, like self-promoting like that, it's just not going to grow your fan base, and it's not a good use of your time. I remember when I first got started in the music industry, and a manager told me to follow other people's MySpace's account, because when they'd see I'd follow them, they'd go and check my page and be like, oh, okay, who's this? And hopefully grow more fans and like follow for follow. And it was a complete waste of time. I could have been making so much more money at my job and then leveraging that money to maybe write more songs or do real marketing, which I'm going to share at the end. But like you are trading your time for money when you're doing that, and it's not a good use. Okay, wait till the end. I'm going to show you what you should be doing with that link instead. Number 2 is buying fake streams or getting botted playlists. And we've all been prone to this. On my last Spotify 5-day challenge, I had a student come on and say, hey, I had, like 8 million streams on this song. And then one day I woke up and they were gone. And I was like, sweetheart, that's because you bought fake streams, and it's kind of like a house of cards, okay? Not only can you get the streams taken down, but you can also get your whole song removed or your profile removed in the worst case. And this is the thing, like streams might seem really sexy, and like, sure, it's like a numbers game and social proof. And unfortunately, a lot of like bigger labels and major label artists buy streams and they get away with it. But look at this. Bots don't buy tickets. They don't buy merch. And they don't share your music with their friends, okay? Only real fans do. Real humans do. So you might get that boost of, oh, I've got more streams or whatnot. But at the end of the day, number 1, if the music isn't good and there's nothing for them to even follow, like imagine like we have all these numbers, but then I go to your social media and it's a ghost town. I go to your Spotify and there's no Spotify clips. There's no photos on your pages. There's nothing going on. Even on the top of your profile, you don't even got a picture of you or anything like that for me to connect to and want to follow and engage more. You don't got any shows? Like there's nothing there, right? And so we want to grow organically. We want to be posting on social media, running ads and doing different things that actually grow, playing in front of real people, right? So stay away from the botted streams and the fake playlists and stuff. Pitching to real curators, that's different. Pitching to Spotify's editorial playlists every time you release a new song, that's legit. Using something like Submit Hub or Playlist Push, because I'm actually a curator, and I'll put a link below so you can get 10% off on Submit Hub, but like I run ads to my playlist and I add songs onto it and I get streams from it and other people do, and that's real, right? So we want to avoid the fake stuff and we want to focus on the real stuff. There's no this get rich quick. There's get rich faster and get your marketing faster. There's definitely ways to leverage things and get to your goal faster. But like this, like overnight, like just grow a fan base. Like you can't buy a fan base. It has to be earned. Okay, it has to be earned. Number 3, and I've been prone to this, and that's throwing money away with PR and publicists. All right, I have spent thousands of dollars on PR, whether it was for a new album or maybe a tour. The tour, sure, they got us maybe some radio interviews and some blogs or whatnot, but is anybody really reading that stuff? I'm going to pitch you to my $3,000 or $10,000 contact base. I'm going to send it out, and I've got maybe 4 or 5 in my pocket here so that I can at least give you a report, because they always write up stuff for my certain rock or hip hop or singer-songwriter artist because I have a relationship with them. But other than that, we're just going out to thousands. And sure, I'll send it a couple of other email blasts, but I won't even follow up. And like, do those blogs and magazines even convert to real fans anyways? Like, does it actually give you more streams? Is it actually putting more butts in the seats? Right? Like, you're better to get on a big podcast. You're better to get on a Sirius XM radio station. You're better to do a really big thing, which is going to give you instant PR, which I'm going to share with you at the end. But don't do it. You know, it's not worth it. There's so many other ways, especially if you're a newer artist. You don't need these different blogs and these different things to be a part of your story. All right? I'm going to show you how to tap into story and get instant credibility at the end. But again, you know, you having real legit streams is your PR. You having real legit viral social media posts and followers and engagement, that's like a story, right? And so don't chase PR. There's so many better ways that you can spend money. People aren't reading those blogs. They are not going to those sites, and they are not. And even if they are, if you get on that site that gets like, let's just say they get 10,000 visits a day. How many of them are visiting and actually going to your article and actually clicking on it, right? Like how many? And how many of those are actually converting over to streams where we can actually promote directly to our music, because it is the music industry, is the music that wins the hearts over, okay? Number 4, and this is actually how I grew my fan base, and it started, but I did it the wrong way, and that's grinding it out on the road, touring too early. You're playing shows, grinding it out on the road. What does that mean, grinding it out? It means that you're playing barely to anybody. You're playing to like 10, 15, 20 people. And then you're hoping when you go back again, because you did such a good job 6 months ago, a year ago, if they even remember you, that now you'll play for 50 people. And then you go back again, and then you play for 100 people, and you just grind it out and grow it step by step until you're like freaking 50, okay, 60, 70, 80, 90, all right? Where instead, what you can do is you can buy onto a tour. Now, you got to play. You got to get the reps in, okay? So go to the open mics. Play some shows. I'm not saying, you know what I mean, don't play at all, because you got to get the reps in to get good, all right? And so there's a part of that. But then when you're good, right, go buy onto a tour. Go open for somebody else who's already got your audience, all right? They've already got your audience. I remember we played 10 shows one time. And if you've ever toured, you know that those 10 shows were not just 10 days in a row. It was probably over 2 weeks, maybe 2.5 weeks, because you have days off in between, right? And we're playing like an hour set. We're driving hours to each show. We're setting up. We're tearing down, playing maybe an hour plus show. And let's just say we're in front of an average of 100 people over 10 shows. That's 1,000 people. Well, that's a lot of freaking work to be in front of 1,000 people and away from your family, all the effort, right? Where we bought onto a tour, and the first night I'm in front of over 2,000 people, and I'm doing way less effort, and I'm in front of more people in one night, okay? What took me 2 weeks, I crushed that in one day. That's called working smarter instead of working harder. But it gets even better because I didn't even perform for as long. My set was maybe 20 or 30 minutes, all right? And guess what? 30 minutes in front of 2,000 people. I sold more merch in one night than I did over the 15 days or the 2 weeks, right? 14 days. Like, that's crazy leverage. That's leverage. And I bought onto that tour. I paid the money. I'd pay that money any day because I'm getting to my goals and dreams faster. Now, that is a get-rich-quick strategy, a get more fans strategy. Now, how do you do that otherwise? Like, what are some other ways you do that? Well, we do that with Facebook and Instagram ads to a playlist, okay? If you watched that 30-day challenge I did, and I'm going to be doing a video, it'll probably be the next video I do, I took a song that was only getting 63 streams a day. It's basically getting nothing. We bumped it to 1,400 streams. And as of right now, I have turned ads off. Ads have been off for almost a week, and we're still at about 700 plus streams a day. I'm still got a 10x of how many streams I'm getting a day for work I did promoting my song. That is a good spend of your money. And what's so cool about Facebook and Instagram ads and why I love them so much is because it doesn't just blow my money away. Like when you hire a publicist, that money's gone. It's thousands of dollars gone, and you're on retainer, and you're normally committed for like $2,000 or $3,000, right? It's gone, right? Same thing if you buy onto a shady playlist. You spent the money, it's gone. You can't get it back. Facebook, Instagram ads, I can start with like $10 a day, and I can try and figure out which ad works. And if I'm getting streams, well, and it's working at a good cost per click, and a good cost per click is 30 cents US or less, okay? You really want to get down to that 10 to 15 or less, right? But you got to start where you got to start. I won't get mad at you if it's 30 cents. You can scale that bad boy up. And we freaking grow our streams. We grow our followers. We grow our Apple Shazams, Amazon, YouTube, right? Like I'm getting this huge lift, right? And you've heard me talk about this a lot, and it's in my book, Playlist Profits. If you have not got this thing, pick up this book. It gives you the whole strategy on that. But how do you get instant credibility? How do you get instant PR without having to pay for it with like hiring a publicist that doesn't even work anyways? What's better than that? Collaborations. Getting an artist to feature on your song, all right? And the goal is, and the reason why I shared this strategy first to grow your streams is grow your streams to 10,000 monthly listeners, 20,000, even 100,000 monthly listeners, right? But let's just say you get it to 10,000 monthly listeners, which is easy for anyone on here, just with ads and a small budget. Once you're at 10,000, you reach out to an artist that has 20 to 30,000 monthly listeners. And maybe you share part of the song, some of the master, the publishing, and there's no money exchanged. And they're a primary artist feature on the track, and you both promote it and blow that thing up. Or you pull out your wallet and you say, hey, because they might not want part of the master, part of the publishing. They just want to get paid. And that's where you pull your wallet out. Maybe you drop a few $100s and you pay for that feature. And having that instant credibility, and then you do that again with another artist who has 100,000. Then you get up to 50,000. You reach out to another artist with 100 or 150. And then once you're at 100 or 150, you reach out to somebody else and you start to scale up, right? Now, this isn't overnight, but it's some of the best marketing that you can possibly do. Now, everybody needs little nuances and whatnot and little tweaks or whatnot, but like, take your shot. Don't say, what if they say no, or what if they don't, or they do, or they charge as much. Like, just get in the game. Try this stuff out. Like, I've made almost all of these mistakes here, and I've learned from them. And sometimes you win, and sometimes you learn. But you never start back at zero again. You're always growing. So I just want to encourage, God's got a plan for your life. You got to be strong and courageous, man. Joshua 1:18 says, be strong and courageous. Like, don't walk in fear, walk in faith. Fear will say, I can't do it. Faith says, what if it works? I can do it. I can figure this thing out. I'm a Christian, and we like to say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Well, prove it, Chris. Do it. Take a shot. Like, faith without works is dead. Like, call your shot and go for it. Get in the game. Whether you believe in God or not, I believe in you. We don't have to agree on everything for me to want to encourage you and support you, but like get in the game, man. You've been sleeping. You've been sitting around like just thinking it's just going to come to you. It's not. And Spotify, Apple, all these things are an amazing opportunity. Stop complaining, all right? Stop complaining that Spotify didn't pay you enough, or Apple, or whoever it is. You could have invested in their stock. You could have invested years ago. You could have made money that way. There's so many different ways you can make money, but why do people perish? For a lack of knowledge and a lack of putting in effort and getting in the game. And so I love you. I want to see you win. I hope this helped.